Oh, big darling, you stand. Well, that was one big unit I just straddled. So I've just got on Griffo. She's one hell of a horse. There's definitely a lot of quality underneath you. I've never had her before, and she's a beauty. She's very strong. She's just got that feel of a good horse, and so I haven't had her very long, so I've only had a couple of rides on her, and so I'm just sort of getting to know her and stuff. She's just doing a bit of light work up the road at the moment, but definitely first impressions is you're getting on one hell of a horse. It's got width, it's got strength, it's got length, and she's a nice mover too. And in this country environment, and completely different to what she's used to, there's no doubt about it. She might get a bit of the old John Denver song Country Roads into her, and she'll she might just sort of freshen up and sweeten up a bit, which would be nice. She kicks at you a bit when you're girthing her up and things like that, like she's just a little bit cranky. So that's my only negative on first observations, and that's only just my noticing her nature, but she's one hell of a horse. Now, she hasn't been up the roads many times because she had to have her teeth done, and she's had her feet done, and her head tied down on the walker for a couple of days, and so I've only really had her for a week, so she's only had a couple of rides, so we're new to each other, but she's working nicely. She's got a good mouth. She's been ridden well. Probably one of the better ridden racehorses I've ridden, so her education's been nice along the lines, and she's a nice quality mare. She does shy a little bit, but in all me saying that she's a little bit dull in the eye and looks like she's not very happy, she's more than happy to come out here and do her work, but she does look a bit, you just got to keep your legs on and encourage her to go forward. But I'm pretty sure she probably hasn't seen this sort of environment before. She's probably been a real racetrack racehorse. That's her shying. She's not very brave. She might be big, but she's not bold, is she? She's a bit bossy in her yard too, with her neighbours. You've got to be careful when you feed her. She'll have a crack at the neighbour, and she'll have a crack at my dog, at Bear. So she's quite protective of her food. And I'll tell you what, she's not lacking any food. She's a fatty, big heavy mare, but I think Darren said she just spelled a little bit too good. He thought that she'd probably be here for a little bit longer, so I've got a bit of time to get the weight off her just by doing the miles, rather than busting her guts and going fast on her while she's heavy. And aim is to get her fit without breaking her down. And I like her. Come on, girl. Come on. Good girl. But no, she's a nice mare. I like her. I like quality. She's a good girl. Come on. And she is reasonably good-tempered, like she's shying there now at a log, and she's taken me to the other side of the road, which I hate, and I will be putting a stop to that, but because she doesn't listen to my legs, I can't hold her, so I'll thump her around over the next few days, and when she does these big shies, she'll run into my leg and she'll stop, but at the moment she's just doing her own thing, because I haven't had enough rides to get her listening to my legs. I kick her with my legs and it means nothing to her. It's like kicking a big piece of wood. So she's going to do another big shy here now. So she's a bit sticky. Come on, girl. Oh, dangerous things, these logs. Oh, another scary log. But it's good. That's why this is what coming out here is all about. As long as she goes forward, it's a completely different scenery for her. She'll learn to swing along and not be focused on being a racehorse. So that's the plan. Good girl. Sorry, she's a bit dirty and scruffy. We've had a bit of rain, and getting towards the end of the day today. It's been a big day. There's 8 in work. She's the last to get ridden, and so I must admit I didn't brush her. Sorry. She's a good girl, and whoa. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just doing a short video just so that I can get something in the mail tomorrow to ATB. So I'm just going to kick her around a couple of circles here and get her to bend around my legs. This is how I teach her to listen to the legs. Because she cuts the corner, she's just dropping her shoulders and just turning into me, and that's how you do actually teach them to stay on the road and stuff like that too, is you just kick them around on little tiny circles, bending her body like a banana instead of a piece of wood, and she is currently like a piece of wood. She doesn't like it either, she says, don't you kick me. So she's just trying to lay in on the turn instead of being bent nicely. Good girl. That's better. Good girl. She says, who are you kicking in the belly, she says. Good girl. That's better. So we're just bending her like a banana, both directions, so she's listening to my legs, so that she knows that she's not listening now, so when I kick her in the belly, she's got to move away. She says, stop kicking me. Good girl. So she can trot home. But yeah, nice, lovely big mare. Ooh, from that little kick around, she's dropped the bit beautifully. She's sitting up into the contact nicely. Doesn't take much to educate a horse. You just got to have the right techniques to teach them what you want. So now she wants to shy then, and I managed to hold her and push her back to the left with my right leg, just from those couple of kicks in the belly then doing the circles. So that was nicely done. Good girl. She's a good girl. She's all right now. She says ouch. A bit like stubbing her toe then, but she's back on track. She's swinging along again. So I'll have to be careful when I'm riding, make sure she doesn't get onto the rocks, and she got onto them herself by shying then, and then as a consequence she trod on one that was a little bit too big and it went ouch. So anyway, I'm looking forward to working with her. So she'll get a little bit longer up the roads because she's a bit of a pudding, a bit of a fatty. So we'll manage her diet, we'll get some miles into her, and I know she's only trotted today, but I don't want to muscle sore her. I've got plenty of time, or I've been indicated I've got plenty of time to get the weight off her, so she's just had a nice trot, stretch her legs, keeping her sweet, because once you muscle sore a filly, then you end up with an enemy, and I don't want an enemy, not out of a big unit like this, that's for sure. So I'm going to work on being her friend and making her happy and sweet, and she's a lovely big mare. So anyway, I'll keep you posted.